Okay, so I don't really have that much to show and tell because I already gave stuff away. So sorry about that. I took a picture of some of it and I can't find it, so I think I might have deleted it accidentally. Last weekend I went to, I went to Dollar Tree and Ross. At Dollar Tree, I got little bins to help my sister organize her shed. Yeah, I got a bunch of dog treats. Well, I got 2 dog treats for my sister's dogs. And then I also got this for my cats. I got this bucket for cleaning because I used to use a yogurt, like a tiny yogurt box to wash my car. So I needed a real bucket just for cleaning stuff. I was looking for pet water bowls that had like the little screw-on bottle, but I couldn't find any. I feel like that's all I bought. Yeah. And at Ross, I bought some clothes. I got 7 shirts for my dad. It was his birthday and Father's Day, so I ended up putting them all in one bag. I was gonna do 2 bags, but anyway, yeah. And then I also bought another shirt for my uncle because he's kind of like second dad to me. So yeah, so that's what I bought. So social anxiety of it all, I feel like I was pretty good. I think I was more nervous about the time crunch because I was supposed to meet up with my parents to go to my sister's. So yeah, so I had an hour to do that. So I feel like I was more nervous about that. So yeah, overall I feel like I'm doing better. I do remember that I said a comment to the cashier that I was like, oh, I hadn't seen one of those, to the little dollar bill thing. See, I'm more nervous right now. Anyway, point is that I was fine. I did good and it was good. And then that Sunday we ended up going to choir. We ended up going together, so it was fine. I didn't have to drive. I feel like it's gotten easier to talk to people, especially my in-laws. I feel like I was always kind of nervous to say the wrong thing or whatever, but now I'm just kind of trying to be myself and saying what I want to say. I still find that I stutter, so there's that. My sister-in-law gave birth, so we went to see her a couple times, and so yeah, so I had to interact with them. I stuttered, but at the same time I feel like I was saying more than usual, so I feel like that's a good thing. I'm usually really good about not crying in front of people, but I cried in public the other day. Technically it was only in front of my husband, but anyway, I can usually hold it in, but if it's like a lot of things that it just kind of comes out, you know. So anyway, first thing that happened was that I was looking at the baby and she was very cute, so it was making me tear up a little bit, but I did not cry. Then there was a nurse that was rude to my sister-in-law. The thing that got me was that I got scolded that I didn't wash my hands, which was dumb because I did. Anyway, so I was gonna go see the baby. Well, I was carrying something, which it's like these little tubes that are supposed to be used for a pump. Anyway, so I was holding them and I washed my hands before grabbing them, right? And I was gonna go into the NICU, is that what it's called? I think so. Anyway, so yeah, so the nurse scolded me and he was like, oh, you have to wash your hands. And I was like, oh, I already washed my hands. I'm holding this. And he was like, no, but you were in the elevator. And I was like, well, I didn't touch the elevator. But anyway, and then I was like, how do I wash my hands if I'm holding this, you know? In the end, he was like, oh, just put a paper towel. And he was like, oh, you just have to be careful because of the babies and stuff. And I was still like, I think that's when I was like, I didn't touch the elevator. And he was like, oh yeah, but the threshold is the door. But then I realized later that I didn't even touch the button to open the door. My husband did. So anyway, I feel like it was more unhygienic that I put the fucking tubes on the counter, but whatever. Anyway, so I gave them to my sister-in-law, came back out, and then I cried. So yeah, I mean, it was technically only next to my husband, but still, hella embarrassing. I think my temp job might be over, which is kind of sad. There was one time where I almost cried. I was trying to screw some vents up on the ceiling and I wasn't able to. It was just too difficult for me, but at the same time I was having chronic pain on my neck and my hand from like, you know, holding the drill. And then at the same time, one of the coworkers just kind of like, bro, you suck, or at least that's what I felt like he was, you know, saying. So then I was like, you know what, whatever, I'm not even gonna do it. So yeah, so held in my tears for that, so that was good. But anyway, I mean, it's okay to cry. It's just I used to cry a lot when I was in elementary school, and now, like, when I reached middle school, I feel like I got better about not crying in front of people, but sometimes it still happens. Like, the church time that I cried at church, I cried so fucking much, and it was very embarrassing, but anyway, it happens. So anyway, besides that, I feel like my social anxiety is getting a lot better. Chronic pain-wise, I feel like anxiety over it, I feel like it hasn't been as bad, but it's because my pain hasn't been as bad. Like, I feel like it's been on and off, and if I stop the task that I'm doing, it usually goes away. But sometimes shit hurts for no reason, like I'm not even doing anything and it hurts. So yeah, I don't know, I still have anxiety over it, but yeah. And now that my temp job, I think, is over, I'm like, now what? But anyway, I'm still waiting for the textbook for one of my classes. Then my other 3 classes are gonna start in August. So I still have time. Well, end of August. Wow, I guess it's almost here. We might go to Mexico in July, so that'll be exciting. But we haven't really planned much. So yeah, that will be a challenge, meeting new people, because we're gonna go meet with my husband's family. So yeah, that'll be interesting, and hopefully by then I'll be less awkward. But anyway, yeah, that's my update. Anyway, oh, actually, I forgot about something. So I got this hair waiver and it didn't work out, and I was kind of having social anxiety over returning it because I didn't know if I could put the package back together. I was able to tape it very well, so I felt a little bit less weird about it, but I was still kind of like, what if they don't let me return it? I don't know. It's literally just $25, but you know. Anyway, in the end, we ended up, so for that, I ended up going with my husband because we were going to the hospital for my sister-in-law. So yeah, so technically he was with me, but it wasn't that bad. Like, it was fine. I was able to return it. I don't know why I was stressing over it. And then the other thing that I had been wanting to do was to swatch stuff at the Sephora at Kohl's, because I had seen somebody post a video about it, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go. If they ask me, do you need help, I can just be like, oh, I'm looking for this and that, because I really just wanted to swatch the Moon Dust eyeshadows and perfumes. I found them myself. It was fine. Nobody asked me if I needed anything. I think towards the end they were like, oh, welcome, but we were already there for a while. Anyway, yeah, which I ended up not buying anything. I am trying to find a dupe for this eyeshadow that they changed the formula of. I couldn't really find anything like that. And then the other thing I wanted to swatch was the perfume. Like I said, I guess it's body mist. I hate perfume, I hate cologne, I hate body mist, but people keep talking about them that I'm like, am I missing out? Maybe I should try it. So anyway, somebody had given me one of the Rio de Janeiro like body mist, and I gave it to my mom, and I was like, maybe I should have kept it. So anyway, so that was always on my mind. I swatched stuff or sprayed stuff, and yeah, I just don't like them. I just can't. Like for perfumes and colognes, I just smell the rubbing alcohol, even if it's a good brand or whatever. For body mists, it just reminds me of the girls' locker room mixed with the BO, you know. So I just can't. And it was kind of nice to actually smell it at the store instead of buying it and then finding out that I didn't like it, you know. There was like one time that I saw somebody, I felt like somebody was looking at me swatching stuff, you know. I was like, oh my gosh, am I doing, you know, stuff wrong? I mean, they have them out to swatch, you know. But anyway, and then I also felt kind of weird that I didn't buy anything, but I really just wanted to look at them. Would like to actually try to do that by myself. I got another hair waiver and it did not work out either, so I'm going to return it. And I also want to look around again at the Sephora. There was a strawberry shortcake shirt that I kind of want, so I probably will go. I don't know if I explained it well that I went to Kohl's to return an Amazon thing. Anyway, so the good thing about this new hair waiver is that it's in a box, so it's gonna be less weird to return an open package. I guess it's fine. I guess some people return open makeup too, which I probably would never do that. But anyway, okay, now that's it for me. Thank you for watching. Bye.